Star Wars is now 40 years old.
I find 99 objects that do 99...
But a bitch ain't one.
Welcome to Fat Man Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Okay, so Star Trek Discovery is happening whether you want it to or not.
What is the sonic power Black Canary uses called in the comic book?
Canary cry?
Correct!
This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout. You see it on your screen right now. Use that promo code if you like BlizzCon and it got you really hyped. If you're super into supersonic acrobatic rocket power battle cars. And also if we have that one friend that's really way too into Halo. I clicked on that by accident. I'm really sorry, but yeah, guys. Gosh dang it. Oh, no, and the intro's playing again. That's not supposed to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Quit Stalling's Geekcast. I am Herald Silvestre. We are now live. It's 12:43 p.m., 43 minutes past our current agreed new starting time. I'm really sorry. I woke up too late. Oh, that's loud. I had a power nap. Guys, I had a power nap, and it was too powerful. It was too powerful. Yes, Harold is my real name. That's not spelled wrong. You don't have to wipe your glasses, which I'm wearing glasses today. That is the proper spelling of my name. Welcome, everyone. I will be your host for this afternoon's arrangements, and I'd like to welcome you all to my good buddy over here, the man, the myth, the legend. Making his, I'm assuming, 18th consecutive appearance on the show. No relation to Zoe. It's Juancho Saldana. How you doing, Juancho?
What's up, guys? Who's keeping track now, anyway?
I know.
What's up, guys? Juancho here, your co-host for tonight. And I don't know how much the horse painting behind me is, so...
He's Guwap says he'd give you 6 rubles.
I have no idea how much that is.
That's like that's about not much in American. Oh, why is the intro keeps playing in the background? That's not so much in American.
Dude, I don't even hear the background music, man. Is the background music on?
Can you not hear Cantina Band playing right now?
No, I do not hear anything. I just hear you, which isn't bad. But
I mean,
I'd love some Cantina music.
Weird. Okay, I think folks at home, let me know if you can hear the Cantina Band. Because I can hear the Cantina Band, and my soundboard says it should be playing.
All right. Maybe it's just a Discord thing then.
Or maybe, I don't know, man. Things have been buggy. Things have been buggy recently. I might have to fix that. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. Oh, they can. Okay, the folks at home can hear it. All right, that's important. But yeah, just imagine it. Imagine it, Juancho. Just have some fun. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to the show. That let's see what's a good one for today. Welcome everyone to the show that stabs its father right in the chest after asking him to help him fulfill his destiny. This is me and Juancho's weekly excuse to try and hang out with Jay, and he didn't wake up today,
and it's not working. Apparently, it's not working.
It's not working.
At least we get to hang out. We get to hang out with Adrian, Guwap, Dandara, and everyone else in the chat.
Oh yeah, don't forget Francis, man. What's up, Francis?
Oh, Francis. I am so sorry, Francis. I was just looking at the Twitch chat. I was at the Twitch chat.
All right, it's lunchtime for a lot of people, so we hope you guys are enjoying your food. And if you're not eating yet, what's wrong, guys? Is work driving you too hard? Let Juancho know. He'll bark up that boss's leg. All right. So, Juancho, man, we got a lot to talk about, as we always do, because geek news never stops. Geek news never stops. But before we get to that, man, I want to ask you, what have you been up to since our last show? Because I know you got kind of busy.
Yeah, I'm totally busy playing Legend of Zelda right now.
That new expansion dropped, didn't it? That new DLC?
No, I literally just got the game like 2 weeks ago.
Oh
you know,
my
and
gosh!
I just
Are you
really,
serious?
I've really just delved into it like this week, and I am
Okay.
stuck. I am stuck, dude. Like, it's so hard to put it down. I just gotta keep finding that shrine.
Oh man,
I also went to
yeah.
a wedding. No big, but the Zelda.
Oh yeah,
I went to my
just
cousin's wedding this weekend in L.A. I had to fly to L.A. We flew, and then I got there early in the morning. Saturday, the wedding was in the afternoon till night.
Mhm.
Then I had left. We flew back to Portland early morning Sunday. So I was just tired as hell, and because of that, I couldn't make it to the 2 matches of the Overwatch Open.
Yeah,
Which sucks because I really wanted to see him, but I'm glad I was able to shoutcast that one match on Friday, and it's a good thing too because that was the one where Francis was the one where Francis was playing. So I was really glad I got to see Francis play and actually hear his voice.
In the past, like 4 or 5 days, so much happened with Quit Stalling. Like you mentioned, you know, we had 3 matches of the Quit Stalling Overwatch Online Open. And it was crazy. The weekend was hectic because I solo shoutcasted 2 matches, and you know So here's what happened, man. They were, you know, when we do the Open, when we do the Overwatch Open, it's best of 3 maps, so race to 2 wins, and people are asking, you know, just do best of 5 or best of 7. I think if I solo casted a best of 7, I think I'd die. I think I'd lose my voice.
I've seen that on the Discord, actually. Yeah, let's do best of 5. That'd be cool. I'll back you up this time. I'll back you up. So
thank you. That'll work. That'll work. I think we can make it happen if I got some backup. I think we can make it happen. Our Francis in the chat said he's full, you know, because he's getting his QS fix. Thanks, Francis. Man, so sweet. So sweet, this guy. And Francis says Zelda definitely greater than Wedding. Oh, James! James is in the chat. James, what are you doing, man? You want to join us on the show? Join us on Discord, man.
Take Jay's spot.
Yeah, take Jay's spot, man. He doesn't need it today. James in the Facebook chat says Portland. You
know, I've never actually met James yet because
you haven't.
He was on for the 50th show.
Yeah,
right? Or 1 year show. 50th. I was sick, which sucks.
Oh, man, that's a bummer. Yeah, we never had a 1 year show because we were kind of on hiatus during that time. But we're rolling now, man. There's no stopping this train. Oh, James says, "What's up?" Not much, man. Not much. We're about to end the show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking, Juancho. So my weekend's been eventful, like I just mentioned.
I thought you were already talking about your weekend because you're talking.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
I thought you were already going, man. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I did have a crazy weekend because of the Overwatch Online Open. That was pretty much my whole weekend, was making sure everything was ready, adding those extra features. Like if you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Links below and above, depending on where you're watching us, or to the side. We're gonna get a little alert under Juancho when you subscribe to us on our YouTube. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Or if you're watching us on Twitch, you'll also see a little alert there. So go ahead, guys. Make our day. Literally make our day, because it'll feel so good. Not figuratively make our day.
It always hypes me up whenever I see the graphic.
Yeah,
but we need. Is there a graphic for liking on Facebook? Because if not, it's okay. Just like on Facebook anyway.
Yeah, like us on Facebook anyway. I'll set that up. I think we can set that up where like the like button will. Yeah. I think we can set that up. All right. So aside from the Overwatch Online Open, I'm getting my bearings again on streaming, and I hit my goal of 50 followers, and I
heard you're an associate now, right? Or something like that.
I could be an affiliate, but apparently I'm lacking 4 more days of streaming, because when I reached the achievement for streaming for 7 unique days in 30 days, that was before I started streaming regularly again. So I gotta do 4 more days of streaming, and then I'll be an affiliate. So okay. I gotta do. So you guys aren't really gonna see much of me in the next 4 days in real life. I'm gonna be online For those of you I know in real life.
You literally have to hit like, what's 4 times 24 hours worth of streams, or do you just have to be on for 4 days?
Yeah, I just have to hit that stream button for 4 days.
Oh,
and
okay.
I should be good.
Damn, that many.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. All right, so let's see. What else do we have? I think I'm good. So guys, hit that follow button. Twitch.tv/HeraldPlays. Play a lot of World of Warcraft. When my internet goes back to normal, I'm gonna play a lot more Overwatch again. But my ping is still ridiculous, and I found out the source. I called my ISP. I called PLDT, and it's not going to Blizzard. It's on the way back here, where we get a little server issues. So gotta fix that. They gotta fix that.
Oh, James in the chat said Portland is his favorite city in the U.S.
Oh,
it is mine too. Yeah.
well, you are there right now, so you sort of don't have a choice. But yeah,
no, but literally, I've been to a couple of states here in the U.S., like road trip style, and honestly, Portland is just my favorite, just because it rains and it's cold, and I don't know. The people are so nice here.
Oh, sweet! I should go to Portland. I should visit you sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds good. All right, guys, we got a lot of news, so let's get to it because we're already late.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone.
All right, it's the news. All right, we got some news, guys. We got a lot of news. First things first, Juancho. We've been talking about this guy a lot over the past couple of weeks. This man is Rian Johnson. For those of you who are just watching us on, who are just listening to us on our audio-only feeds, we're talking about Rian Johnson, director of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and as we mentioned in previous episodes, he's been tasked to create his own non-Skywalker Star Wars trilogy, which is really interesting. Juancho played devil's advocate.
Basically, Disney has given him unlimited power.
Oh man, you went there.
The Star Wars universe. That's crazy.
Yeah,
he's not bound to follow the stupid Skywalker people getting their limbs cut off. He could literally do anything.
Yeah, and he will. Apparently, according to an article on IGN.com, he probably will pretty much do whatever he wants. Let's see here. In an interview, he says, "Right now, there's all the freedom in the world. That's the whole thing that's exciting to me is let's go some new places. Let's meet some new folks. Let's see what else is out there. Let's have one story told over 3 films in this galaxy with no limitations. It's pretty exciting." Man, Rian Johnson looks like he's gonna be exploring the rest of the galaxy, which is a bummer for people who were hoping he'd go into the Old Republic, because I'm assuming that's sort of off limits, because he's saying future plans, and it sounds like he's talking about the current timeline, but elsewhere in the galaxy.
I feel like you could do the Old Republic. Like, it has to be shows, you know?
Yeah,
it has to be a.
It's too much.
They have to release it in their soon-to-be-released direct-to-home streaming service, right? That's what we're gonna. That's what they're gonna do it.
Yeah, Disney Infinity.
I feel like that's exactly what Disney has to do. You know, just give people, because they have to expand the universe, because they basically erased the entire EU of Star Wars.
Yeah,
and just give people like this license to make their own trilogy, stuff like that. If they just tell people to keep making movies that are not just based on the Skywalkers, just to expand the universe, you know?
Yeah, dude, that'd be so sick.
The movie universe, the current universe, has to catch up to Legends, right? It definitely has to catch up to Legends. So
dude, I'm
hyped for that. I'm hyped for that.
I'm so with you. So Rian Johnson has been given full reign, like we mentioned, with his trilogy, and looks like he's gonna make complete use of it. I like the idea of Disney using their streaming service to tell us galaxy and universe expanding stories. That's a really good idea. I like your version of Star Wars, Juancho. Let's go with that one. No, and you know what? Get Dave Filoni on that. Let's get some animated. Let's get some 3D animated Old Republic stories, right?
That's true. That is true. I mean,
get the
Rebels is about to end,
through.
right? Rebels is about to end. They have to do something.
And you know what? It might be a good place for Daisy Ridley to continue, even if it's not as Rey, because we also got some news that she might not be playing Rey for much longer. Supposedly, Daisy Ridley, as seen in this clip that we're showing right now, may be leaving Star Wars after Episode 9. Have you heard of this, man?
I have not, but I can imagine actually her leaving after Episode 9.
But
You know
why? Why?
You know why? I've actually been watching the trailer for Star Wars like over and over.
Oh man,
Which made me think
obsessing.
that. Yeah, you know, because I'm so hyped for just to get to watch the movie, but it like as I watch it, this is like just making theories about the future movie. Yeah, theorizing. That's the I was going for theorying. It sounded wrong.
I like that. Theorying.
But yeah, I was like while I was watching the trailers, I was like, Daisy looks like she's about to be set up as the bad guy. You know?
Oh no.
You feel that's sort of what I've been feeling while watching the trailers. Like she's gonna be the big bad by Episode 9, just because in the trailers for the Last Jedi, it seems like she's OP as you know, like they're showing her like breaking stones and having control over her lightsaber, while you have Kylo Ren in the trailer, who's like, he doesn't seem like a bad guy in it, you know?
Yeah.
He's all conflicted. He's having problems. He's not getting stronger. Like from the trailers anyway, he doesn't look like he's getting stronger, so it doesn't look like he's going to be a major problem for Rey, who's just getting super buff. And then the last scene, you see,
and it's a very, very, very attractive buff. I might add.
Yeah, so I could really see her being the big bad in Episode 9, you know, and then she dies, but that's it. That's the end of that's the end of her Star Wars.
If we're taking it for what the trailer is giving us, then it looks possible. But I've stopped believing trailers on that level, because trailers, you know, people have given shit to the companies that have given us too much story with trailers. So I think they're just giving us like visuals. So I'm taking that with a grain of salt. But I do get your point. And
I mean, at the end of the trailer, like what's happening? Snoke is torturing Rey, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah, in the EU, torturing a Jedi is a way of getting them to tap into the dark side. Just saying.
Yeah, making them just feel
do EU stuff.
Within them.
They're gonna make Rey evil. That's one way to make her evil.
Yeah, that is a great way to make them evil. But yeah, so I was gonna make a point, but I totally forgot it. So I'm gonna move on a little bit.
It's just I'm so hyped for the movie. I've been theorizing like crazy. Like I've been thinking what's gonna happen and all that. And that's what I think.
That's great. That's great. And you know what? If that does happen, then you know we'll see. I just remembered. Like my fear is they make her like a bit of a martyr figure, like that kind of like what we already saw with 11 in the first season of Stranger Things. Like we just see her disappear. Like she'll still be good.
She'll go into the
Force,
Force.
Just disappear. Yeah, right.
To awaken it.
Sebastian Stan is a man I'm a fan of.
All right, what was that?
So Juancho, you are no stranger to my
this
my
is literally
love
the fourth time I think you brought this up,
and it's not enough. Until we get Sebastian Stan as young Luke, we will keep this going, guys. We will keep this going. Oh, James in the chat said Rogue Squadron. Oh man, if we can get the Rogue Squadron or a Rogue Squadron story, even like a short film or something, like I would be down for that. Give us like you know in those Pixar movies or those those animated movies like DreamWorks and Pixar movies, they always have that like short 5 to 10 minute film at the start of every film.
Oh,
they can give us, like,
yeah. They can. I mean, it is the same company, so.
Yeah, why not? So, James,
I mean, I heard like for you know that movie Coco, and then there's like this really really long Frozen short at the start, and people are getting mad. They could do that, but Star Wars.
I heard the same thing. I'm actually supposed to be watching Coco this week. I heard the same thing. I heard it's not a short. I heard it's like a long AF. So, Man, they're just milking that Frozen train, aren't they? They're just milking that frozen cow till it dies.
Well, it's their cow. It's Disney.
It's their cow. Oh man, a lot of crazy things going on in Hollywood and involving Disney nowadays and Pixar. But we're not here to be gloom. We're here to have hope, and no better sign of hope than Juancho, than Luke Skywalker.
That transition.
At one point, he was a new hope. So I do have a new hope, and it was renewed by these appearances by Sebastian Stan and Mark Hamill on Good Morning America. I'm gonna play the whole clip here. All right. Oh, actually, I'm gonna scrub through these clips. So for context, Sebastian Stan went on Good Morning America to promote Avengers: Infinity War, and I think Black Panther, which is coming up around the turn of the year. I think he was actually mainly there to hype up the trailer, but it's no secret nowadays to fans that he does bear a striking resemblance to one Mark Hamill and of course a young Luke Skywalker. So what's happening is, some people are saying, man, give this man a role. He's in-house. He's already in Disney's pockets at the moment. So why not just transfer him over, to the side of Star Wars and have him play a young Luke. And so he's here, and he's let me just play the clip real quick. Here. Why is there no audio? Oh, because I muted it. This is from Nerdist's page, our sister site. Hey Nerdist. Hey Chris Harbeck. Hey. Can't wait for our meeting, Chris. All right, here we go.
I think the beard looks good. I was sort of thinking of looking at your picture, but I'm pretty good with it now. Anyway, I just want to let you know I got orange juice and eggs and everything in the fridge, so when you get home tonight, you should be all good. If you want to feed the cat too.
So he's talking about coming home, and he's referring to Mark as his dad. So he's like, I'm picking up orange juice and eggs, so when I get home, we got something to eat and drink. Like, so he's playing along with it. So Sebastian Stan is playing along with it. And here's a little clip of him and Mark side by side.
That is kind of spooky, but he's a wonderful actor. People say, "Will you support him?"
You showed me before a Photoshop version,
when they
like him with the hair, with Luke's hair, and it just, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Yep.
All right, sorry. Can you not hear the audio?
I cannot, dude.
Oh, that explains it. I hope the people at home can hear it. But yeah, so he's saying that Sebastian Stan is a wonderful actor, and he can get the part. If they do cast a young Luke, he can get the part on his own merit, which I find it I find it very, very likely if they do start doing a Luke Skywalker movie. I find it likely that Sebastian would be in the running, but at the same time, Mark goes on for the rest of this clip saying, I'm sure there are a lot of talented actors out there that could also fill the shoes of Luke Skywalker if they ever do a young Luke movie. And he doesn't really have any pull in that sense of casting, but if he could if he could give a recommendation, he feels like he doesn't have to give any for Sebastian Stan because he's a talented actor. And
in fact, the only reason why I could see Sebastian Stan not getting the role of Luke is the fact that he's actually well known. He's the Winter Soldier, and Lucasfilms or the Star Wars people, they always like getting like relatively unknown people to fill in the main roles, and there's nothing more main than being Luke Skywalker.
That's true. That's very true.
So if anything, his popularity will be his downfall. Just saying.
I know that makes total sense. As I bring up the image you were talking about earlier, where it's pretty much just Sebastian Stan's face photoshopped on top of Luke Skywalker, or under Luke Skywalker with the hair. But I get what you mean. I totally get what you mean. He may be too famous, but as a counter argument, and because I am so heavily for this, I do want to point out, guys, Chris Evans had already played Johnny Storm in the Marvel Cinematic in a Marvel Cinematic Universe. And for me, actually, that was a very big negative when he came into the role as Captain America. But the more I saw him as Captain America, especially throughout that first film, Johnny Storm just kind of faded away. And I was just like, yes, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. So,
Okay.
so you know what, guys? Don't lose hope, because I believe in Sebastian Stan, and I am still hopeful. Ion Hammerstream over in the Twitch chat says he does look like Mark. He really does. He really does. Oh, and James could hear the audio, which is great. So the people at home could hear the audio. And Ion Hammerstream says, "Isn't Episode 4 a young Luke movie?" Kappa. Ah, man.
Oh.
Hey, don't get everyone else's hopes up, all right? But thank you for joining us, Ion. And we got so much more to talk about, Juancho. But I want to get your thoughts, man. What do you think? Does that make it more plausible for you? Does Mark Hamill's reluctant or not so reluctant praise on Sebastian Stan make you think, okay, maybe this could work? This could work.
Well, let's first of all, let's just get a Luke movie first, then we can hope.
Oh yeah.
So you're already dreaming for the role for figurative this imaginary movie, you know?
Hey man,
let's get the movie first. Then let's
if
hope.
we can get a Boba Fett movie and Han Solo movie, which we actually do need. I want to see more of Han's background. You know, we can get a young Luke that well, not young Luke, because I wouldn't want to see him want to go to Tashi Station for more power converters. I want to see him I want to see him in his prime.
Luke.
Yeah, like Luke in his prime, like in his 30s. Like that'd be badass. That'd be so badass. All right. I think we should move on because we got so much more to talk about. We got this guy over here. I know you got a lot to say about this. This is the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean as Robin. What's his name? Shoot, I'm blanking right now.
I have it on my notes. One sec. It is
Ryan. Is it? No, not Ryan Potter. We're losing geek cred as we stutter. Brenton
well, it's
Thwaites.
someone fairly unknown because I don't even recognize him from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, his name is Brenton Thwaites. He played Will Turner's son. Arr.
Will Turner's son? Oh, it must
Yeah,
be
he played Orlando Bloom's son.
Oh, damn! It must be one of that pirate movie I haven't watched yet.
It's the most recent one. Yeah, it's the most recent.
Yeah,
one.
I haven't watched that
you.
yet. Okay.
I really don't blame you. But
was it any good? Just curious.
I haven't seen it yet because that's why I don't blame you, because even I haven't seen it yet. I should though. I'm losing geek cred again. I'm losing more geek cred. But yeah, so Brenton Thwaites, man, we got our first look at Robin. So this guy, for those of you at home, this isn't cosplay. This isn't like a teaser for a YouTube short, a fan-made YouTube short. This is for DC's Titans TV show, right? Yeah. So WBTV, or Warner Brothers Television, has given us this first look at Robin, Brenton Thwaites as Robin, for the upcoming Titans TV show. This is the only look we've gotten so far on that show, and that show's coming out in 2018. Titans.
It's gonna be in their subscription service, right?
Oh, it might be. Gosh dang it! I was hoping it'd be like another CW thing, but
I think it is,
so we can get
and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Man,
that's also where you're gonna be able to find the next Young Justice. I'm right.
Oh yeah.
So damn, it might be actually worth it just to get the service and just watch it all in a month, then cancel. Just for Young Justice. Just for Young Justice.
That's what CBS people were doing for Star Trek. So why not, right? Yeah. So I mean, what do you think of the look, man? Sorry for the folks who were listening to the audio again, but we have the visual right here. What do you think of how Robin looks? You know, there's a lot of dark.
I think he looks amazing. Just the hair alone, like his hair. It's like how I imagine Robin's hair would look like in real life. You know, it's like the Goody Two Shoes hair. Is the little cut.
Oh yeah.
But his Robin outfit it looks really battle ready. You know, it looks like armor.
It does look like armor. It looks like it came from the movies.
Yeah, and he has the brooding face on too. You know, he's like, oh, he's Batman's sidekick, so he has to be good at brooding. So
I mean, he quite
looked
possibly
good.
he may have
Good.
recently
I
lost his
really
parents.
want to see like a video though, like how he actually acts and how
Yeah,
how the show will go.
because
But
anyone can make
I'm
a
just
photo
glad,
look good,
you know?
right?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just
Yeah,
glad they're
so-
making something off Robin. And then there's
Yeah.
gonna be a Nightwing movie. Jeez.
I know. So okay, so real quick, going back to this Robin right here. He does look like he's gonna be Dick Grayson, right? Like he looks like a Dick Grayson. He doesn't feel like a Tim Drake so much. Like, what do you think? Like, is he gonna be Dick? I don't.
He could be. He could be. I'm not sure. I feel like he could be Tim. You know.
You think he could be Tim? I mean, so here's the thing, guys. We haven't really checked on which Robin is gonna be the Robin
That's true.
in this Titans movie.
We should have researched that.
Because I know there's gonna be like a
I don't
Nightwing
think I've
movie.
seen anything. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. So he looks good. Like you mentioned, it does look like armor. The cape looks like Edna Mode would not approve, but it still looks pretty cool. And he does have his staff. So, I mean, actually, you know, he has a staff. So,
Oh, that's
could
true.
be Tim. It could be Tim.
That's the staff could break in half, though. You never know yet.
Damn it, you're right. I'm so confused
I
now.
can tell you for sure, though. I can tell you for sure he's not Jason Todd, because I feel like every animation I've seen of Jason Todd is his hair's always split in the middle. So
Yeah.
just by
Yeah.
that. And it makes no sense to make a Titans movie with Jason.
Yeah. I mean, with at least with Dick, you could have him progress in a Nightwing, or if it's Tim, you know, you have him as the successor. So, let's see how this goes. Man, I really hope this goes well. I don't want it because it's gated behind a paywall, and Star Trek barely survived with CBS Prime or whatever they're calling that service, CBS Now. Like they barely survived on that, and the budget for that show is really high. So, damn it, man. Let's see. Ion Hammer in the chat was wondering the same thing with us. Which Robin is this? And yeah, we're still kind of puzzled. So we'll do our research later, and let's see if we can come up with something. But Francis also said it might be Tim Drake because of the bow staff. So yeah, he's on the same line as us. He's on the same line of thinking. Break in half though, yeah. Yeah, and Ion said Jason Todd never was never involved with the Titans until he was Red Hood. So
yeah, that's why I said it would make no sense.
Yeah, and he was kind of a villain. Yeah, he's pretty much a villain because he kind of went full Reaper on us for a while there. Die. All right. In other news, man, I wanna slowly build up to the Infinity War stuff. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna take forever on that, because God knows we will.
All right.
But the showrunner of 90s X-Men, Juancho, you've seen this intro before. Let me play a little bit of the intro. Yeah, I played it real quick for the folks at home. Man, he came up on the spot with how he saw the final season or a succeeding season of the 90s cartoon going, because if you guys paid attention to the X-Men 90s cartoon, and unlike me, was still waiting for the following season because we didn't have the internet back then. If you guys knew, the show actually got canceled and never got a succeeding season, but they did set up a season 6 with Charles Xavier going away on that Shi'ar ship, and because he was terminally ill. So, so the story was supposed to progress after that, and we never got it. So his pitch, the showrunner here, let me look for his name. Gosh dang it. It's really hard to find names here. Lewald. Eric Lewald. Okay, showrunner Eric Lewald said he gave us his elevator pitch, or his elevator summary of what he thought could happen on the spot, and he was saying season 6 could open months later with the X-Men in disarray. A few of them would already be gone. The ones remaining would be at each other's throats because they miss their leader. Somehow they're called to and transported to an existential crisis on Lilandra's distant world, so the Shi'ar Empire's distant world. And the team would begrudgingly reunite for Professor Xavier. And, they'd head off to space, solve the crisis that's happening on that planet. And, eventually Xavier would be healed somehow, and he'd be able to either return to Earth with them, or if he can't, his final heroic sacrifice would heal the team's wounds, I guess either physically or both physically and emotionally, and they'd return to Earth as the proper X-Men again. And man, that sounds good. In an age where we're getting all these shitty reboots, and I'm cursing because I'm actually very passionate about this. In an age where we're getting all these shitty reboots, why can't we just get like this X-Men show back on the air for another season, or even X-Men friggin' Evolution? That show was really good.
Was Evolution a sequel to the 9? It wasn't, right?
It wasn't. No? It wasn't. It was like a reimagining because they were back in high school and all that, and they were integrated with society. Frigging Wolverine and the X-Men.
The older ones. I just know the theme, and I've seen like a couple of episodes when I was a kid.
Yeah, Shadow Cat was really
I don't actually know how it really ended.
Yeah, Kitty Pryde was really hot in that show. Yeah, and you know what? The show that came after that, Wolverine and the X-Men, was really good as well. And I didn't like it. I didn't watch it at the start because of the name. That was the era where they were still selling Wolverine to us. Like, they were shoving Wolverine in our faces and saying, he's our mascot, he's Marvel's mascot. So I hated that show purely because of the name. But when I saw it, it was actually really good. So we have all these shows that have potentials to be revived, and we're getting all these other shitty cartoons and shows that don't deserve to be on air. I'm one to talk, right? But you know what, like Street Sharks, man. This takes you back to thinking of like shows like Street Sharks. Give us a reboot of friggin' Street Sharks.
Why would you want a reboot of Street Sharks? Street Sharks was just a ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. What the hell are you talking about?
But it did it well, and we're getting so many bad Ninja Turtles shows right now. We need.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Okay. Ninja Turtles is shit, right? Yeah, just give it a shot. That would be way better than the Ninja Turtles we have right now.
And it'd be a property that isn't controlled by who owns the Turtles right now. Who owns the friggin' Ninja Turtles right now? Who owns? That could be the title of our show. Who owns the Ninja Turtles?
Who owns the Turtles right now?
Guys, help me out. Oh, Nickelodeon has the rights to the TV show. Let's see here. Yeah, so they have the rights right now. They're not really doing well with it. So they're pretty much just doing it to sell toys.
I didn't even know it came out in Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and Michael Bay has done the stuff with Paramount for those ugly ass Turtles movies. So, man, come on, guys, let's get a Street Sharks movie going. I would be, get The Rock as one of the brothers in Street Sharks, or have him as the villain. I would be friggin' down for that.
If you get The Rock and put him in anything, he'd fit.
I know, he could be one of the henchmen. They had that big lobster guy, or the swordfish that ended up having like a drill for a nose. The Rock could be either one of those guys. He's jacked enough. Just put like a mask on him. Shit. Like,
yeah, Iron Hammer on the chat. He's saying like a bunch of stuff. He actually mentioned something about Teen Titans, and I was like, that's actually what I was thinking of that a while ago, about how the Robin from Teen Titans uses a bow staff, but he's actually Dick. But he said this other thing, like he wants to see mummies alive. That sounds so familiar to me. I don't remember what it is right now. But that's so familiar.
Let me play it. Mummies Alive intro. Let me play it on so you can see the video at least. The music would be the one that would really trigger your memory because it has such a catchy intro theme. But I can't play the music because you can't hear it. But here we go. For the folks at home, you're gonna hear the intro. So these guys are kind of, if you ever saw Vortex also as a cartoon, the Mummies Alive were kind of like that. So they were mummies. Familiar. Yeah, they were mummies. And they were supposed to protect this kid you're seeing on screen. And they would yell out with the strength of Ra, and they'd friggin' transform into these really badass armored mummies. And see, Ion is right, man.
I remember the girl in this. The mummy girl.
Friggin', what was her name? Nefertina. So yeah, give us shows like.
Give me that, dude. Right? Fuck sharks, man. Give me that. That looks crazy.
Give us all of these Biker Mice from Mars, man. There was supposed to be like a Biker Mice from Mars movie like a decade ago that never happened. Like, gosh, see, so many untapped properties, and we're looking to friggin' rehash Charmed, which doesn't need a reboot anytime soon, guys. Come on, like, give us stuff we need.
The nth Transformer.
Give us explosions with mummies. Stop. I'm getting so frustrated. Yeah, man. I don't know what the show title is anymore because like I was dead set on like reboots or whatever. But gosh, Sebastian, young Luke, Sebastian Stan, young Luke. No, but you know what? See, there's so much potential out there, but we're not tapping into them. That's my frustration. Is there's all these shows that never got a proper chance to continue, and we live in an age of Netflix, of Amazon Prime, where these companies can pick them up and take them to new heights. Friggin' Magic School Bus is doing great right now on Netflix. Magic School Bus, crap out of these shows.
I watch Magic School Bus. I watch it with my kid while I was in.
It's so good, man. It's so good. But you know what? You get what I mean, right? You get my drift.
Yeah.
All these shows have so much potential. Frick, just give them back to us. So our initial point was, X-Men. The showrunner of X-Men gave us a conclusion that we
went to mummies fighting crime.
Yeah, man. But yeah, just give us all of these. It's so good. Ion says Michael Bay is movie hokey. I don't want to say the C word anymore because I don't want to offend anyone. But you know what? Oh, and SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats was supposed to get a reboot. They had like a little Kickstarter. Whatever happened to that? SWAT Cats.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Ion. Yeah, they had a
Kickstarter. I never heard about the Kickstarter.
Yeah. We'll look into that. Thank you, Ion. We should. Yeah, I'm gonna do some snooping because I know a friend of mine contributed to the Kickstarter as well. So what happened to that? Thank you, man. Yeah, see, even he agrees. They should leave Charmed alone. Dude, yes. Ion in the chat says Centurions. Give us a freaking live action Centurions. It'll blow Transformers out of the box office. We'll never see Michael Bay again. We can let the turtles rest for a couple of years before we give them a proper reboot where they're not all different friggin' sizes and Raph doesn't look like a roided up turtle. Like, gosh, give us these Centurions. Thank you.
I mean, the toys would sell like crazy if they remade this.
We never got the chance here in the Philippines to get the toys, so it'd be prime.
Really, I remember having like the green guy.
You are lucky. You are so lucky. I wanted Ace McCloud, because he was the guy with the jetpack on his back. Dude, that was so good. They had like the cheesiest names, like Ace McCloud, Ray Storm. Like, gosh, we need these
Maybe
back.
That wouldn't work out for the newer generation. You think? Because that sounds like so 90s. That's like a 90s thing.
Just bring it back, man. Just bring it back. I'll pay for all of this. Like, I'll pay for all their tickets. All those non-90s kids. Let's do it. Let's bring it back. Do a Kickstarter for it or something. Yes, I'm into that. Oh, and Francis also brings up a bunch of other 90s nostalgia that are sort of Japanese influence, like Saber Riders and Ninja Robots. Ninja Robots was really good. But yeah, before we spiral too far down this rabbit hole,
we have a lot of other stuff to talk about.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and we have to meet with Diego. I hope this gives Diego and Mick enough time to get on Discord. But Juancho, man, we got some Infinity War. You know those trailers nowadays that have that generic like.
I forgot what that sound is called too.
It was on. I'm pretty sure it was also in Dunkirk. Like, it's in trailers nowadays use the same music. But yeah, so we got the Infinity War trailer dropped, man, last week, and you know what? I said this during my stream, and I said this to Tracy off air. Like, even though we weren't really kids growing up with these movies, like we were pretty much like in end of high school when we got Iron Man. When I saw this trailer and we got to the end of it, I felt like a kid again. I felt like I was gonna lie down in my bed. I was gonna like just start randomly kicking out in excitement and just like shivering, because so well done, this trailer. So much hype, and well worth the wait.
It's pretty crazy too if you think about it, how they were able to milk us using nostalgia value. You have to think that's how long they've been working on this universe, and this is what it's building up to. You know, crazy to think that.
Freaking Hulkbuster! Like, people have seen the Hulkbuster before, and now we're Tony Stark brings out the Hulkbuster, and we're like, okay, now we need the big guns. So it's like, yes, just give me more of this. Give me more of this. I want to get your thoughts on the Infinity War trailer. Your initial thoughts first before we go to like the important scenes.
Yeah, it made me feel really, really nostalgic, because they mentioned like the first Iron Man stuff, and it starts with Tony Stark and all that, and people are saying that this is the final arc maybe of the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you're thinking, wow, like, this is the reason why they made the Avengers, to combat this threat. And you're thinking of the times when they made the Avengers, and I just really felt it, man. I really felt nostalgic for some reason. And then it blasts you with a bunch of cool shit. So just cool shit, man. That's all you need in a trailer.
I'm so with you. Like, there was so much happening so fast, and you like you said, you get that wave of emotion wafting over you, and you're just like, wow, they built this universe so well that every scene is important. Every scene in this friggin' trailer, there's something to be had. There's something to be taken from, and like you get like, okay, like, what's a good example? We're in New York. New York has become such a staging ground for these things in the Avengers universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Fly, like, people analyzed it cut for cut, and like they're saying that it's not actually Iron Man in the suit because he never landed like that or something. Just cut for cut, they're analyzing it, and there's Banner in the suit. It's someone else in the suit. So if you watch it, you're like, oh, he really does. He landed into the. He flew in and landed like how the Hulk would land, not like how Iron Man would. Insane. Like, literally, if you go around, like, if you traverse the vast internet and try and find stuff about Infinity War, like, you have people analyzing it frame by frame. So,
dude, that's ridiculous. Let me bring up that clip real quick of that superhero landing you're talking about with the armor. Yeah, it does look like the Hulk, doesn't it?
That's like how the Hulk lands after he jumps, right? I don't know if that's a thing, or does it mean it's Bruce Banner in the suit or something?
Dude, what are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? And that is key, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Is Marvel has built such a universe, and so much story, and they've gotten us those nuances that we can look into and really overanalyze and actually be right about, because they pay attention to all this detail, and for us, for the people who do this, and it's crazy, and because we end up appreciating it more after the first watch. We just look over and over, we watch over and over again, and the more we watch, the more we pick up on the little nuances, or the more keen people can point out the nuances, and we just appreciate the films so much more. it's crazy how they've done this to us and for us, you know? Like, I even read an article it wasn't even really an article. It was like a Facebook post that pointed out that the book that MJ was reading in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie was like something called like human bondage or something like that, and it wasn't anything gross. It was about a boy getting orphaned and living with his uncle and aunt. So there alone, they were planting seeds for how she feels about Peter. And that's something you probably wouldn't even notice unless you accidentally paused in that scene because you had to go get popcorn that was done in the microwave. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, remember the Korean church of Thor or something like that? Dude, Marvel is just spot on with the details. They're just spot on.
Yeah, man. Like, if you... for those of you who don't know, there's a church in... was that Avengers 2? I think that was Avengers 2. Age of Ultron, where there's a church somewhere in New York, and it's in Korean, but then someone that knows Korean translated it, and they translated it into the Church of Thor. So it's like all these details, man. Oh man. Oh, Francis restarted his Mac computer to iOS, and he had to resume the show, and the first thing he heard was bondage. Those are the moments you pray for when you say these words, you know? Just someone accidentally tuning in and being like, what? Okay, this isn't the show for me. All right, so yeah.
Oh, another thing in the trailer is, you know that scene where Iron Man, the Hulk, Wong, and Doctor Strange are like, they face something and they're like, oh, there's trouble or something, right?
Yeah.
Look at Tony's hand, man. He just like, he flips up the phone. The phone.
Oh, are you serious?
Captain America gave him.
Let's. Oh, he has it in his hand.
He's like, oh shit. You just know it's like he knows who he's gonna call. It's like, you know, shit is about to happen. He pulls out the phone, dude. Like, small details, man. Just you analyze frame by frame the trailer and you get shit like that.
Yeah, and I want to show this one real quick to the folks at home. Let me bring this up. The spider sense. I freaked out about this because everyone's been complaining that we didn't see a direct nod to spider sense, and Kevin Feige went on record to say that, you know, it's more of an implied spider sense during Homecoming, but they did have plans to show it. And this is a great way of showing it. You know, this is a practical way of showing it. His hair standing up because, you know...
It's also a great interpretation of what everyone else is feeling right now for the trailer.
That's so true. And I was about to get to that, actually, because, you know, your hair standing up on your arm, that's a relatable feeling. That's not like a supernatural thing. That's more of an enhanced version of something that all human beings kind of have. You know, that sense of being scared and that whole evolution thing that we've gone through over the millennia. Of okay, this is when you know you're scared, is, you know, your hair's gonna stand up on end, and that's such a great interpretation of it. You're right. Freaking come on, guys, this is so good. This is too good.
I also feel really, really bad. Like, did you see the view count difference between Justice League and the Infinity? Like, literally one day, the Infinity War reaches like 45 million views, and the Justice League trailer has been out for like months, and it's 35 or something.
Oh, man. And you know what the thing is, turns out I think the Infinity War trailer has broken the record for most views for a cinematic trailer of all time, I think, and they did that in like the first 24 hours. That's ridiculous.
Damn.
That's how much people want this movie. It's so true. Ion Hammer, he's asking what the phone is again. The phone is the one that Steve Rogers mailed to Tony Stark at the end of Age of Ultron when they went rogue. So, yeah, man. Like, it's crazy. Okay, I gotta play this real quick.
Holy spoiler alert!
Because we're gonna get into slightly more spoilery territory in terms of Thor, a movie that just came out, and we know some people are very sensitive to that, so we don't wanna spoil anyone accidentally. So we're getting into a little bit of spoiler territory right now. So guys, if you haven't seen Thor yet, avert your eyes real quick. Avert your eyes, because we're gonna get into it. So here, guys, we're gonna see Loki did take the Tesseract from Asgard before Asgard blew up. That's pretty big. And some are saying, you know, he may be doing this as a bargaining chip or as a stalling method so that Thor and the rest could get away, you know. The rest of the Asgardians can get away.
I've heard that he actually uses it. Because the Tesseract is the space stone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Bruce Banner is in Earth. That's why Thor is who knows where. That's what I've heard. Anyway, he uses it because how else would anyone like escape that, right?
Yeah, this could be his redemption arc, or if it
he's
follows.
Redeemed,
yeah,
right?
or if this like his total redemption arc, you know, like or if this follows the comics, he dies and then comes back as a female. So who knows? That would be a great way for them to not have to pay Tom Hiddleston anymore and keep Loki in the universe. So we'll see. We'll see. Juancho, man, what else stuck out to you in this trailer? I mean, real quick, I want to glance over this while you're thinking. We got purple Bruce Willis. And man,
this stuck out to me. Like, why isn't he wearing his armor exactly?
He doesn't need it. That's how like, badass he is.
You know, he needs his armor then to sit on his giant ass chair doing nothing. And then when he goes out to battle, he takes it out. Is that how you?
It's ceremonial. He's like, all right, I got this really heavy shit, so you know I'm a badass. How else can I prove that I'm a badass? I'm gonna take it off to fight you because I don't need it. Boom.
All right.
Boom.
Also,
no, but yeah, that's true. It really looks awkward.
Didn't we like at the end of Homecoming? He didn't join and he didn't get the suit. So are we just gonna ignore that too? Like how we ignored how Iron Man actually quit being Iron Man? Are we just gonna ignore the end of movie for? No, Avengers?
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be tied into the story. So here's the real quick what Juancho was talking about. Peter Parker dons the Iron Spider suit that we see presented to him by Tony Stark at the end of Homecoming, and you know he refuses because he doesn't want to take up too much of the responsibility yet. He wants to ease into it because one, he wants to enjoy being a kid. Two, he wants to learn the ropes before joining, and it's also just dawning on me now, Juancho, that it's also kind of the reverse, or not the reverse, the opposite of what happens in the Civil War comics, where because you know, as you see in the end of Homecoming, there's actually a press conference waiting for Peter in that hallway, and that would have revealed his identity as Spider-Man. And that's what he does in Civil War, is he takes off his mask in front of all the cameras in a press conference, and he says, "I'm Peter Parker, I'm Spider-Man." And the movies are kind of doing, you know, they're not doing it right in the sense that the comics were wrong, but in a sense that, you know, they're letting this kid grow up. He made the right choice, and you know he's letting himself grow up before he steps into that spotlight. Because Tony was a billionaire who could afford to be known by everyone as Iron Man, but this is a kid. This is Peter Parker, some unknown kid who has spider sense and strength, super strength, and all that. And you know, he steps away from the spotlight, and now we're seeing him kind of forcibly having to join the Avengers. But you know, like, I just saw that comparison right now, that he kind of did the opposite of what he did in Civil War.
That's true. Thinking about it though, while you were saying it, like, he's a kid and all that, why do I have the strangest feeling he's gonna die in the movie now?
Oh, I hope not. Look at that. He looks so badass. I mean, it might also be because he doesn't he get squashed by Thanos at some point in the trailer?
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember him getting squashed.
Let me scrub through it. It might have been Tony actually that got squashed by Thanos. Yeah, it is Tony.
Or the Vision? The Vision was getting squashed. I remember that.
Yeah, the Vision got I think it was the Mind Stone that got ripped out from his head.
He just knocked out Iron Man.
Just like the Big Show giving his WMD, his KO punch. And here we see.
Just real quick, actually, I want to know, who do you think is going to die in the movie? Just quick prediction.
I don't want to predict because I don't want anyone to die. I'm that emotionally invested in all these characters that I don't want anyone to die. If I have to choose, I'm gonna say it's someone like less important, like Wong.
But he died already. It doesn't count.
I know. That's why it'd be less of a blow because we already saw him die. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we?
I mean,
Who
like
do you
Spider-Man
think?
would make sense because we're not sure yet about like where his contract. Like, can he appear in more movies? You know.
I know.
And while you were saying it, I was like, oh yeah, that'd be really. He wants to grow up and all that, but then.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
And imagine how Iron Man would just flip out because that happened, you know?
Dude, and then he'd go full Hulk. He'd go full Hulk and whip out the Hulk Buster and start swinging his arms around like the Hulk would.
Then he dies.
Oh man, yeah. That wouldn't be a good way to go. He gets punched out by
That's
friggin...
it. I imagine actually that would have killed him, right?
Oh man. Oh, Iron Hammer says in the chat says Thanos looks like that guy from Pawn Stars, but a purple version.
Oh, the bald guy, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many memes now because of Thanos. Like guys who could unlock Thanos' iPhone. It's like Homer Simpson, Bruce Willis, the Pawn Star guy. It's really funny because yeah, he looks like that. He looks like a generic bald guy. Let's see here. Oh, lastly, actually, last 2 points. We see Wakanda heavily feature, and a lot of the, I guess, Wakandans. Do we call them Wakandans? People from Wakanda involved in the fight.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Do you think they're actually called something like in the comics? I wish Jay was here.
I guess I think they're just called Wakandans. Like.
Okay.
The people of Wakanda.
The people of Wakanda. There we go.
Yeah,
the people of Wakanda.
Yeah, we'll stick with that one. But lastly, I do want to bring this up. As I have the camera focused on me, because I clicked the wrong thing by accident. Let's let's go to the two of us. I want to point out Thor, man. Thor looks like he was really struggling at one point here. Let's see. Let me look for that clip. Oh, here we go. And we see the eye still missing. But at the end of it, we see him with both eyes, don't we, Juancho? Again, guys, we're going to heavy spoiler territory.
Isn't his eye still missing?
Oh, is it still missing? Okay. Well, here, the speculation is he may be reforging a new Mjolnir. Because Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a dying star in the planet of by dwarves. And people are saying Loki may have used his Tesseract to transport Thor into that, I think it's Niflheim? One of the Asgardians' realms, and he may be forging his own hammer, which just proves how badass he is. Also, they also need another scene where a really buff superhero holds two things together, like Chris Hemsworth was holding, like Captain America was holding that helicopter onto the building.
That's true.
Like, God, do we need to feel less like men, Juancho? Do we need to feel any more inferior to these Adonises? Gosh, dang it.
Ferran Sishu in the Discord chat says we should call him Waka peeps. Oh, that's Francis.
Yeah, Waka peeps. Okay, some Waka peeps. Some Wakandan peeps. Man, but yeah, so it's crazy, and everyone's also making a meme out of this one just to round things off. Give this man a shield. So, man, so much in this trailer that's so crazy. I just want it. I just want the Infinity War. Oh, and the Guardians of the Galaxy show up at the end. So,
yeah, there we go.
So May can't happen soon enough.
You actually posted something in the group, like if you watch every Marvel movie once a week at starting January, by the end, like after you finish all the movies, it's gonna be just in time for Avengers.
I think it's starting this week. I think it's starting this week.
January 2018. Yeah, I literally checked it.
Oh, it's January. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can watch Iron Man in January, starting January, and you watch every other Marvel movie once a week, you'll actually reach Infinity War on time. So yeah, and if you guys are starved for more, just watch the TV shows as well. Like, do you think there's a chance we'll get the Netflix heroes, the street level heroes involved somehow? Like a little.
Oh, from Agents?
Yeah, you think? Or
Nah, I don't think so. I doubt it.
Agents, Daredevil, and the rest of the Defenders. You think we'll get them?
Are we even sure? Oh yeah, they are in the same universe. I don't think so, man.
You don't think
Honestly,
so?
the movie is already jam packed with stars. You can't waste time with these TV peeps. Man.
I wouldn't mind like a really brief like flash of them like hurting people away from the danger.
Oh, yeah,
that wouldn't be
maybe.
so bad.
Like little nod to it. Yeah, probably. But,
yeah.
Like no major screen time at all. Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah. All right, to round our Marvel news off, man. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Summer 2018. Turns out, what kind of genre are we expecting here, Juancho? Are we expecting action?
They're saying that this is gonna be Marvel's first rom-com.
Yes, I am. If anyone can be in Marvel's first rom-com, it's Paul Rudd, man. It's Paul freaking Rudd.
That's true, but I like that. Yeah, like the first Ant-Man was right, so it was technically their first heist, and that was their first rom-com. It's kind of sketchy though that you're making like their rom-com is about Ant-Man, and like isn't like Ant-Man the worst husband? Like the previous Ant-Man was like the worst husband, right?
Hank Pym in the comics,
like,
yeah. Hank Pym was
the
a
worst husband, and now they're making a rom-com about his successor. Yeah, seems
Well,
kind of.
You know what? I mean, if we could redeem Hank Pym by making him like that silly mentor figure that shows up in the background, like we can forget the comics because this is my Hank Pym. This is my Hank Pym now. Like, yeah, man, give us the friggin' Ant-Man and the Wasp rom-com. I think we deserve it. And Paul Rudd, like he's got to slap in the best somehow, you know. He's got to slap in the best. Slap in the best. Yeah. So I mean, and the humor is something.
Yeah.
It's Ant-Man is known for. So let's get it.
I can imagine it fitting. Like their first date would be in like Baskin Robbins or something like that.
Just anything hot. Anything hot. Like, you remember that kid? The kid that was in Son of Zorn that was ordering like any hot food in Baskin Robbins when what's his name was working there? Paul Rudd? Oh man, I'm forgetting his character name. Shoot, what's the name of the Ant-Man in Ant-Man? Gosh, dang it.
I don't remember what you're talking about actually.
Oh, you don't remember that scene? Baskin
I don't, not at all.
Robbins and
I was thinking of the, Baskin Robbins always finds out scene.
So here. So this kid is ordering at Baskin Robbins and he's asking for like hot food, and he's like, "Oh no, we don't have that. We have ice cream." And he's like, "No, like you don't have anything hot? Like, just give me anything hot." And he's like, "Are you serious?" And Baskin Robbins. So, yeah, man, like, I love Paul Rudd, man. You guys should watch I Love You, Man, if you haven't yet. Such a good movie. He co-starring Jason Segel of How I Met Your Mother fame. Go out and watch it, kids. Go out and watch it. All right.
Hammer says your first date isn't that one sugar cube. Yeah, like they could.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be super fun.
They could be tiny on a Baskin Robbins cone on an ice cream. That'd be crazy cool.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it? All right, I'm gonna zoom in through this last one. These last two actually.
Yeah, sure.
Where is that? We talked about Hellboy and its reboot. We finally have a release date. That's January 2019. It's gonna star the cop from Stranger Things.
He fits it perfectly, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine him with the makeup on.
If anyone could replace Ron Perlman, it's that guy. Because he's got that gruffness, he's got the look down as well. So, yeah, hopefully it does well. And then lastly, we got to talk about charity, guys, because charity is very important. And the guys over at South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, feel the same way. So to support autism and research for autism, and I'm pretty sure I'm blanking on what this is like truly for, but I just read autism and I remember them saying autism. So to support autism and Omaze is doing this thing with them. You can get yourself immortalized as a South Park character by donating to Omaze, and you get a random chance when you donate to Omaze, much like the dodgeball tournament that happened earlier on that had the cast of the original dodgeball. You get to be drawn in as one of the background people in South Park, and you will forever be immortalized, and you can, as they say, live forever in South Park. So you'll get to spend a day with them over in the studio. You get to do the voiceover for your character, and that'll just always be happening. Like whenever they have like a town scene where the people, like, you get those people amassed in a group talking to like the mayor or something, you will have your voice be one of the murmured voices in the background. So donate to Omaze and get a chance to be forever.
Man.
Yeah, be forever immortalized.
I want to be
in South Park. They'll draw your likeness and everything. So yeah, here's a little clip of them in the studio playing games. Here's them doing the VO. And where's the clip with the artist? It should be somewhere here. Oh, they're here. So yeah, they're saying, you get drawn in by one of their own artists, and you can enhance any feature or reduce features. So yeah, man, never a better cause.
It's funny coming from like the South Park people. Like these are like the last. It's the last. Like these set like them. Just them are the last people I expected to try and help save the world.
Oh, that's so true.
What?
That's so true. Francis in the chat says they just don't say what you're doing when you're drawn, with or without pants on. I'm pretty sure that's optional. Like that's up to you whether you could have any clothes on or not while they're drawing you, because they got to be accurate. All right, man. Juancho, we've actually gone over an hour, and I'm not sure if the other guys are ready to talk about the Quit Stalling Overwatch Online Open, but we should get to that. But folks at home, we thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys coming by on this lunchtime, or actually we're way past lunchtime in the Philippines now, but like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate you coming by. This is a part of the show where we say goodbye. So let me play the music. Let me play the outro music. Juancho, any shout outs you want to give as we leave the show?
No, just thanks to everyone in the chat for chatting it up. Iron Hammer and Francis and
Adrian,
everyone else in the chat. It was just I really like that I get to interact with people who are doing the show actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We appreciate it. Everyone on the Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Twitches. Thank you guys so much. Juancho, man, tell the folks at home where they can find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling Geekcast.
Yeah, you can find me at my Twitter, which is Saldana Juancho, but I've been updating my Instagram more often, and you just flip my name. It's at Juancho Saldana. So.
Oh yeah. I should have that going by the time.
Where can we find you, Harold?
Oh, thanks, Juancho. If you guys want to find out more about me, you can check me out at Herald Plays on Instagram, on Twitter, and I'm also on YouTube. So search for Herald Plays or go to bit.ly/Herald Plays. And if you're a fan of World of Warcraft or Overwatch, check out twitch.tv/Herald Plays. My schedule for streaming is there. I update when I can't make my schedule and have to flip it over to like the evening. But yeah, twitch.tv/Herald Plays. Hit that follow button because I am so close to becoming an affiliate that you could subscribe to me. You could give me some of that Twitch Prime money and keep the lights on here on Quit Stalling by supporting Herald Plays. Anything else we should talk about? Oh, the Quit Stalling Overwatch Online Open resumes this weekend. We have a meeting actually in a little bit to talk about it. So guys, we gotta go, but thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Quit Stalling where we talked about reboots, because we need more reboots that don't involve things that have already been rebooted. Come on, Charm.
Mummies, man.
Really?
I really want
Mummies.
that thing.
We need
Mummies
non-Tom
we need
Cruise
that.
mummies. we need mummies with friggin' armor.
Yeah. Freaking watched the Mummy and the plane was terrible. So sad.
No, really?
Yeah.
Really, that sucks.
Damn. Why'd you have to remind me about that movie?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Alright.
Hopefully same bat time, same bat channel. Bye everyone.
See ya.
Alright, here we go. Outro.